Hey, welcome to this quick start guide on Snowflake brought to you by LiveRamp, where we're going to go through how you can use our embedded identity solutions to help collaborate and consolidate your data. I'm Sean Gillerin. I'm one of our cloud architects at LiveRamp.
My name is Tom Affinito, and I'm part of the Cloud Partner Marketing team working on solutions with Sean and others on LiveRamp's embedded identity, LiveRamp's activation, LiveRamp's clean rooms, LiveRamp's entire data collaboration platform, which we love. We're so excited as we bring more and more of this functionality out on Snowflake. We're going to start today by looking at our embedded identity functionality. I'm going to do a few slides just to set up what identity means and how LiveRamp does it and why it may be valuable to you. And then we're going to come back down and Sean's going to break out our SQL window and start showing the actual code to invoke this on Snowflake and show how easy it is to embed this and get incredible scalable performance to up-level your marketing. So let's go.
All right, let's give some quick background to understand why identity is so important for marketers and what LiveRamp embedded identity does. So the core problem is that marketers often deal with customer data that is fragmented. You might get inputs from events, you might get a registration, you might get an email, you might get a result from advertising, someone's in social media. And this is an example to show kind of the mess that goes into data collection. In many cases, we see Liz Wilson, sometimes it's Elizabeth Wilson. Liz Wilson, she's moving her house, she gets married, her last name gets changed to Jones. And this is the same person, but the strings of value alter as Liz goes through life. And it's really hard for marketers who just see these strings to know that the same person, the same customer is engaging with the brand. And so with our solution on Snowflake, we solve this problem. We solve this problem because we bring more than string-based algorithms to the table. We bring a reference graph of consumer information. And this reference graph is at the scale of the largest walled gardens. And so when we analyze this information, we can see that Liz Wilson is the same person as Elizabeth Jones, is the same as E.S. Jones, et cetera. And so we can provide a secure person-based identifier. We call these ramp IDs. And you'll see here, we've generated one for Liz. And what's so special about this is that when we generate the ID, we also go to the record and we make sure it is pseudonymized. And that is that we're removing the personally identifiable information from that record. So we have the non-identifiable attributes, but we take those sensitive, identifiers that are increasingly under regulation of various consumer privacy rules like GDPR, CCRA, et cetera, here in California, and many, many others as they're emerging. And we're getting rid of that data. And we have a strong identity. And with that strong identity, and now that we've pseudonymized the record, we can bring in additional joins. We can actually use our identity and bring in some device information that's associated with Liz, ways that she's been interacting through advertising, maybe mobile IDs, connected TVs, IDs together. And this is giving a full view of Liz sort of from top of funnel all the way down to the most one-to-one brand engagement. And being able to stitch the different data fragments together that constitute that full journey is so critical for marketers to be able to do performance measurement, to see which parts of the funnel are working and not working, and to really optimize their marketing spend. I mean, what's fascinating about this, let's give an example. Often marketers have to work with partners, perhaps in a Snowflake clean room, perhaps in a publisher relationship where audiences are being activated for different kind of media experiences, et cetera. And what you really want is when you have two marketers interacting, that if they both know the same customer, they can find measurement. They can figure out how that customer is interacting with the partner and with the brand. And because our graph has all of these attributes together, we can have, for example, the brand maybe on the left knows Liz's name and postal. And maybe a partner on the right-hand side knows Liz, but doesn't know her name and postal, but knows her through an email, maybe a telephone from SMS, et cetera. And LiveRamp with our embedded identity solution on Snowflake can create the same ramp ID on both the left and the right side. So when those partners meet in a clean room, when those partners meet because the brand is activating an audience or working with a partner to do measurement on that audience, the same correct person-based audience can be recognized. So this is great even without partners, in that very often marketers work with files of different formats. I've applied LiveRamp identity to my ad server exposures, my transaction data, my CRM data, TV viewership information that's coming back from TV partner. And all of these natively have very different identifiers that are in the files, but we're going to process them with LiveRamp embedded identity. And then we're able to put the same identifiers you see on green for the same people. We can do this for individuals. We can do it for household. We can do this for locations, if you will, right, where people's domiciles are, and do joins that way. And so this flexibility lets us take this data and join it together. And what's important about that? What's important is that that's how you unlock analytics, by being able to tie these different tables together. It's how you unlock incrementality. It's how you unlock better feature engineering when you're using Cortex AI, and you're going to do training on a predictive affinity or channel preference for a particular customer, so that you can reach them in the best time, in the best place, right, for them to engage. It's hard to do that when you can't stitch the data together. And there's one thing I want to bring out also when brands are working with partners. What we do with our embedded solution is we make sure every client of ours is getting the ramp IDs through accurate resolution, but we salt those ramp IDs for each client. So the brand, if you'll notice, is getting, in this case, green ramp IDs, just to color code them. The partner is getting orange ramp IDs, and these don't match. In fact, if the partner saw a record from the brand, that ramp ID makes absolutely no sense to the partner, because we give each of our clients a unique domain space. However, these folks want to collaborate. They want to maybe do some overlaps, look at enriching data, perhaps in a clean room context. And so in our solution in Snowflake, we also built in a ramp ID translation capability that, with the right permission, the brand can translate its ramp ID so the partners can understand them, or vice versa, or even in a multi-party context, we can find a common domain and translate there. So here you see on the right-hand side, we've moved both of those sets of ramp IDs into this common purple space just to color code it. And show the join there. So these are the fundamental capabilities of our embedded solution on Snowflake: the ability to resolve data in a person and privacy safe way using our incredible reference graph, and being able to do individual, household, and location-based resolution. And in addition to that, that would be enough, but we go further. And we add a translation capability to support collaboration, to support secure data sharing, with all of the great permissions and protections that Snowflake has built into the cloud. And LiveRamp, we have extra tools to help that too. It's so exciting. And so with that in mind, let's go and see how this looks in real life in SQL on Snowflake.
So Sean, folks have seen what LiveRamp's embedded identity is all about. Let's show them how to call it so easily from SQL on Snowflake.
Well, thanks, Tom. So one of the things that we get all the time at LiveRamp is partners who want to share data. And one of the ways that they typically like to share data is based on, let's just say, hashed email. And if I run a test between the customer, partner B, that shared that file with me, just on hash email, I get about a 60% match rate. Is that a great match rate? It's an acceptable one, but it's not great. Well, how can we make that better? Well, one of the things that we would ask our partners to do is send us a file based on ramp ID. And how would they do that? Well, the easy thing is use our native app included inside of Snowflake Marketplace. The setup is super easy. There's a handful of variables you'll set telling us what is your input, what is your output, how are you going to resolve this file? Is it a full PII? Is it cookies, maids? All of those are possible, which is the great thing about the tool. And then secondarily, what you'll do is you'll kick it off. And kicking it off involves just a few lines of SQL. These few lines of SQL will take your input file and create a ramp ID enabled file. And if I look at my input file, just as an example, you will see that I have lots of PII and several of my attributes out there. But after I've executed that job, what will I have? I'll have a ramp ID enabled file that now allows me to not only match my own data more efficiently, but it allows me to consolidate that data. And you'll see we've taken away all of your PII and replaced it with a ramp ID. Not only does this make this more secure and more safe, it also protects you as a customer using data or wanting to share that data. Now that I have a file on ramp ID, let's go match it to that partner file, because I asked them, hey, send me a file on ramp ID and let's see what kind of match rate we get now. Oh, I got a 0, Tom.
Oh no. I should go back to hashed emails, I guess, Sean.
Yeah. Well, unless, right?
Unless we forgot something.
There is. And you're spot on because I do that all the time. I'm an older man now and I do forget things. One of the things that we do at LiveRamp is we make sure that every customer has their own salted version of a ramp ID. And the great news about that is if someone happens to get your data, they don't automatically know what the overlap is or how they match. Because as you can see in this example, all of my ramp IDs are 1005s. But my partner B, who shared that data with me, all of their ramp IDs are ZZZs. So they're not going to match. So that zero is actually expected. So how do we solve it? Well, the next thing we do as part of that is what we call transcoding or translation. And the great thing about our translation app is it also is included with the native app installation inside of the LiveRamp app, part of the Snowflake marketplace. Now, a couple setup steps to get it going. You have to tell us what is the domain. You saw my partners with ZZZ. What are we encoding? Ramp ID. A few simple steps to set it up. This call looks very, very familiar because it's more or less the same call. It just changes some variables inside, input tables, output tables, the type of job you're going to run. And then what we'll do is we'll execute that transcoding job, right? Very, very simple, straightforward of execution that job. And when we finish executing that job, what we end up with is a table that basically has a ramp ID and a transcoded ramp ID. So that way you have both of them in the same table. And now what we can do is join those two tables together, my table, my partner table, and my transcoding translation table that has the offset between both of them, and see what our match rate is now. Now, 89%. How about that, Tom?
I'm liking that a lot.
Yeah.
I will say, Sean, there was a lot of SQL there, and it was all simple, but I wasn't writing it all down as this video was playing. Is there a way I could get this SQL and play with this myself?
There is, Tom. Luckily for you, we also have posted out on the Snowflake Quick Start Guide page our Quick Start Guide that walks through every single step that we just went through, how you do identity resolution, how do you do translation, even some enhanced audits, and even some information about how would I join and do some collaboration SQL and help you get through that entire process, all out there on the Snowflake page.
So Sean, we're back. That was great. So thanks so much for showing how to actually run very easily LiveRamp's embedded identity solution, which is a native app on Snowflake. Sean, if folks want to learn more besides your wonderful quick start guide, where else can they go?
The easy one, liveramp.com. Look at our products and solutions there. Or if you don't have a LiveRamp sales rep, we have a talk to an expert on the site as well.
I love it. So from Sean and myself at LiveRamp, thanks so much for watching this video. And we hope you'll be using embedded identity on Snowflake very soon. Thanks so much.